Eu passo agora a palavra para o Antônio Cotas, que é subsecretário de Finanças Internacionais e Cooperação Econômica da Secretaria de Assuntos Internacionais do Ministério da Fazenda e co-coordenador da trilha de finanças do BRICS.
Obrigado, Luciana. Eu vou fazer o meu statement em inglês. So, thank you. It's an honor to join the BRICS Academics Forum, representing the Ministry of Finance. Thank you so much for the invitation. I would like to congratulate Luciana, Katie Gomez, Walter, and all of IPEA's team for their hard and competent work in organizing this important gathering. I also salute Tatiana Beranger from the presidency and all delegates, as well as I thank colleagues for the insightful interventions in this opening session. I would like to highlight the importance of the academic forum, also the recently established BTT-NF and the Ministry of Finance IPEA partnership during the Brazilian presidency. Together, we participated in a significant number of engagements with civil society and academia. This is very important and follows the guidelines of President Lula's government to strengthen interactions with civil society, to listen to diverse voices of national and international actors that bring relevant contributions to our work. Minister Fernando Haddad is a professor, a teacher, an intellectual. He believes, and of course we fully agree, that academic cooperation has a central role in shaping the future of this enlarged BRICS that we represent. So we are very happy to participate in the meetings those 2 days when we bring together research institutions designated by governments of member countries to participate in the work of the bloc's 2 main experts forums, the BTTC and the BTT-NF. We commend your efforts, the efforts of participating institutions in fostering an open, evidence-based and forward-looking dialogue across BRICS countries. In this context of increasing inequalities framed in geopolitical and economic dangerous scenarios, academic networks are fundamental to producing knowledge that informs inclusive and sustainable public policies, stimulating dialogue and cooperation between nations. Our BRICS partnership must continue to rely on high-quality research to support a shared agenda grounded in multilateralism, equity, and development, sustainable development. We strongly welcome the establishment of the BRICS BTT-NF, which reflects our collective commitment to deepening research-based collaboration in economic and financial matters. Under Brazilian BRICS presidency, the BTT-NF has advanced a concrete work program and will work on two areas until the end of the year. Luciana, Katie, we are at your full disposal for your objectives doing this work throughout the year. Specifically with regard to the finance pillar, to the finance track agenda of the BRICS, let me say here a few words about where we are. We have already organized approximately 30 virtual seminars and workshops, meetings. We also hosted a number of civil society and academic engagements. Let me mention in particular the BRICS Transformative Force, the international seminar we held in May in the University of Brasilia. And we also held a joint session with BRICS councils and forums at the beginning of this month, as well as interactions with civil society organizations in São Paulo, in Rio, and on other occasions. We are about to host the 3rd BRICS Deputy Ministers of Finance and Central Bank Deputies meeting, as well, of course, as the meeting of BRICS Ministers and Finance and Central Bank Governors in Rio de Janeiro. The agenda is extensive, with a number of topics covering the 3 main axes of our presidency in the finance area. The first one, the integration of the new members. The second, the promotion of multilateralism. And the third, the strengthening of the intra-BRICS cooperation. We'll have a joint communique and 2 separate declarations, one on international tax cooperation and another one on IMF governance. We have important developments in the areas of infrastructure, reinsurance, climate financing, a technical report on cross-border payment systems. The NDB has been enlarging its membership and increasing its operation, and we just had the re-election of President Dilma Rousseff. It is important to mention in this regard that in parallel to the BRICS meetings, finance meetings in Rio, we'll have the new development bank hosting its annual meetings in the same place. So the meetings will be co-organized all together in Rio in July 4th and 5th, immediately before the summit. So we have a big BRICS finance gathering next week in Rio de Janeiro, and we are confident that, as we did in the G20, we'll be able to hold successful meetings. And we thank IPEA, the presidency, the government as a whole, and of course our distinguished member countries for their strong support in this endeavor. The Ministry of Finance remains committed to strengthening the role of academic dialogue within the BRICS framework. The insights generated by this forum plays an important role in shaping a more cooperative, fair, and sustainable international order that we need so much. As we conclude this important gathering, let us reaffirm here our shared commitment to multilateralism as the cornerstone of a more just, peaceful, and cooperative international order. As our President Lula stated, trust in multilateralism is under strain, and yet there has never been a greater need for dialogue and global cooperation. It is essential to reaffirm that multilateralism, when driven by ambition and oriented toward action, remains the most effective vehicle for addressing shared challenges and advancing areas of common interest. In a world marked by uncertainty and fragmentation, we must resist the force of unilateralism and division. The BRICS partnership stands as a powerful symbol of our collective belief that global challenges must be addressed through shared solutions. By upholding the principles of equality, non-interference, and peaceful coexistence, we can contribute to a world where development is a right, not a privilege, and where peace is sustained by justice. We count on your work. We are willing to help you as much as we can, and we thank you for the opportunity for addressing the distinguished audience. Thank you. Great job.
Muito obrigada, Antônio Cotas. É muito importante ouvir, né, como é que está se organizando a trilha de governo, e isso orienta também os nossos debates.